Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Movie of the World YouTube channel. So, friends, today I am going to narrate English movie, which is A Nightmare on Elm Street. It was released in the year of 1984 and directed by Wes Craven and starring by Robert Englund, Heather Langenkamp, Johnny Depp, Amanda Wins, Nick Corey, Ronnie Blackley, and many more. Our Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the most iconic horror films ever made, blending supernatural terror with psychological suspense. The story revolves around a group of teenagers on Elm Street who are haunted by a terrifying figure in their dreams, Freddy Krueger. What makes it horrifying is that whatever happens in the dream becomes real. The film begins with teenagers Tina Gray experiencing a disturbing nightmare. In it, she wanders through a dark boiler room, stalked by a hideous man with a burned face, a dirty fedora, and a glove fitted with sharp steel blades. This is Freddy Krueger. Tina wakes up screaming to find her nightgown slashed as through her dream had spilled into reality. Shaken, she tells her friend Nancy Thompson, Nancy's boyfriend Glenn Lantas, and her one boyfriend Rod Lane, to comfort her. They decide to stay overnight at her house. The night Tina has another nightmare. In her dream, Freddy corners her, Rod sleeping beside her, suddenly sees Tina thrashing violently as if invisible forces are attacking her. She's dragged off the wall across the ceiling and then slashed open, dying in a bloody mess. Rod flees in terror, knowing he will be blamed. The police arrest Rod the next day, but he insists he did not kill Tina. Nancy begins to suspect that something far more sinister is happening. Nancy soon experiences her own nightmares of Freddy. She dreams of chasing him through the same boiler room. Tina described at one point she burns her arm on a hot pipe, and when she wakes up, she has the burn mark on her skin. This proves to her that Freddy can reach through dreams into reality. Desperate, Nancy tries to stay awake, drinking coffee and even hiding pills from her mother. But the nightmares keep returning, each one showing Freddy more clearly. Nancy's mother's Marge eventually reveals the truth. Years earlier, Freddy Krueger was a child murderer in their town. He killed many children but escaped justice due to a legal technicality. Enraged, the parents of Elm Street tracked him down and burned him alive in a boiler room. But Freddy's fate lived on. Now he's seeking revenge by killing the teenagers in their dreams, children of those who burned him. Rod, still in jail, falls asleep. Freddy attacks him in his dream, and in the real world, a bedsheet twists around his neck. It strangles him, making his deed look like a suicide. Nancy is devastated but more determined to fight back. Nancy comes up with a plan. She will pull Freddy out of her dream and into the real world, where he can be defeated. She asks Glenn to watch over her while she sleeps. Unfortunately, Glenn himself falls asleep. Freddy seizes the chance, dragging Glenn into his bed and shredding him. A geyser of blood erupts, painting the rooms in a horrific scene. Now left alone, Nancy sets traps around her house, rig, explosives, hammers, and booby traps. She forces herself to sleep and confronts Freddy in her nightmare. She grabs hold of him and wakes herself off, dragging Freddy into reality. A brutal fight follows through the house, with Freddy caught in Nancy's trap. She finally sets him on fire and he collapses. But the nightmare is not over. Freddy rises again, chasing Nancy's mother. Nancy, realizing Freddy feeds on fear, turns her back to him. She declares that she is no longer afraid and takes away his power. Freddy vanishes. The next morning, everything seems normal. Lanche steps outside, where her friends, including Tina, Rod, and Glenn, are miraculously alive. She enters Glenn's car, but suddenly the convertible's roof snaps shut, patterning in Freddy's red and green stripes. The doors lock by themselves. Children on the sidewalk chant Freddy's Irish nursery rhymes. The final image is Freddy's glove hands smashing through a door to grab Marge. Dragging her inside, the ending leaves viewers uncertain. Was it all a dream, or is Fred still in control? That's the end of the story.